Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking about something pretty cool, how we're unlocking the secrets of ancient history using some seriously powerful modern AI. So yeah, let's just dive right in.
You know that feeling, right? You're wandering through a museum, or maybe you're just scrolling online and you see it. A carving, a character, just this little piece of the distant past. And it just sparks this incredible curiosity. You can't help but wonder, what does that mean? Who made it? What story is it trying to tell us?
And these symbols, we're talking about Egyptian hieroglyphs, Norse runes, those super intricate carvings you see on a temple wall. They hold entire worlds of meaning. But for most of us, let's be honest, without an expert guide, those stories are completely locked away. Well, until now.
So, that's what we're looking at today. How modern tech is absolutely smashing through those old barriers. We're talking about using AI to put all of that historical knowledge, all those secrets, directly into our hands.
Just picture this for a second. You're walking up to some ancient ruin, right? You pull out your phone, point it at some strange marking, and boom, it instantly translates that visual mystery into a story that you can actually understand. That is the incredible promise of the tech we're exploring today.
All right, so let's get into it. The tool that makes all this possible is an app called SymbolWise. And yeah, it's pretty much designed to be your very own personal, pocket-sized archaeologist.
So what exactly is it? Well, the best way to think of SymbolWise is like a bridge. It uses this incredibly powerful AI that's been trained on just countless historical texts and images. And it does all the heavy lifting, all the identification and analysis that not too long ago would have taken researchers years to finish.
Okay, so how does it actually work? I mean, how do you get from a simple photo to a full-blown history lesson? Well, it's surprisingly simple, and it literally takes just a few seconds.
The whole process is just seamless. You snap a photo, and the AI instantly gets to work, analyzing it against this enormous database. But here's what I think is a really smart touch. Every single result is saved automatically for offline access. Think about that. That means you could be out at some remote historical site, you've got no signal, and you still have your personal archaeologist right there with you. That's a game changer.
But look, just identifying the symbol, that's really only step one. The real magic, the really cool part is in the sheer depth of knowledge it unlocks. We're not just talking about a name here. We're talking about getting the entire story.
What it does is build a complete profile of the symbol. So you're not just learning its meaning, you're also learning about its cultural role, its geographic home, its connections to other writing systems. It even tells you how it's being used today, in modern times. It really does connect all the dots for you.
Let's take a quick example. Say you scan the Norse rune August. You don't just get back a name. Nope. You learn that its meaning is protection. You discover its Germanic origins. You find out about its cultural use, like in safety amulets. And just like that, it's not some random shape anymore. It's a living, breathing piece of history.
And look, this is about so much more than just cool tech. When you put this kind of power into everyone's hands, you are fundamentally changing our relationship with the past. Really, what this is about is democratizing history itself.
So who is this actually for? I mean, of course, it's a super powerful tool for professional researchers, no doubt. But it's also for the student in a classroom, for the traveler standing in front of a temple, or hey, even for a tattoo artist who wants to make sure a symbol's meaning is authentic. Bottom line, it's for anyone with a curious mind.
And to serve an audience that diverse, a global audience, the tool has to speak their language, right? So we're talking about making this knowledge accessible in over 90, that's 90, different languages.
And this goes way beyond just the major world languages you might expect, by including regional languages like, say, Swahili, and even academic ones like Latin. It's ensuring that our shared human heritage becomes truly accessible to everyone. It's all about breaking down those old barriers to access.
And that right there is the fundamental shift. We're moving away from a world where historical knowledge was slow, it was hard to find, and it was pretty much locked behind expert gatekeepers. And we're moving to a world where it's instant, it's AI-powered, and it's available to literally anyone on the planet who has a phone.
So, where does all this leave us? Well, a tool like this is so much more than just an app. What it really is, it's a completely new lens for viewing our own history.
And honestly,
That's the real takeaway here. This is powerful proof that we can harness our most advanced technologies not just to build the future, but to preserve, to understand, and to share our collective past. It's a bridge between the two.
And all of this leaves us with a pretty fascinating question, doesn't it? As we put the power to solve these ancient mysteries into millions of hands around the world, what stories, long forgotten, will we finally uncover next?